And here we go. This is Mike Lodge. I am the business advisor, and I'm glad you've joined me this morning. We've got a cloudy day here. May get some rain. I hope we get some rain. But it was, I think it was like 94 yesterday. Not too bad, because the average is about 95 during September for South Carolina, so we're still under the average. But it gets hot out there. I went out to work in my garden yesterday, and I couldn't stand there very long because the humidity was so bad. The heat I can take most of the time, but the humidity of it all is just really tough to handle. But what can you do? So, you can do, what I do is I stay in the air conditioning. So that's what I do. Hey, I wanted to talk to you just a little bit about social media and what I'm seeing out there. I tell you, this morning I went on Twitter or X, so you should call it, and I also went on the Facebook one, which is Threads. But I tell you, Threads, I have all of my normal people that I talk to on Instagram, but then people pop up, and you can tell that they're shills. They're creating these fake accounts because they name it the name, and then you'll see a few numbers after the name. That's usually a good sign. And if you look at their account, there's hardly anything in there, or there's a lot of negative things. This morning I found a posting that I really was disgusted, and I had to report it, and they did remove it. And it was of the American flag, and then the swastika, the Nazi swastika. Over the American flag, they had Democrats. Over the swastika flag, they had Republicans. And then some very hateful words after that. But even the sign of the Nazi flag is very offensive. It should be to all Americans, because we went through that war as a country. But that's how mean that they're becoming. And I'm telling you, on the Facebook accounts, or the Thread accounts, I should say, they are disgusting and they're mean. And they call people all kinds of names. They will attack you. I post mostly business, very few personal things on there. But every day I look at my content, and then I post from there, and I cover all kinds of business. And it covers from healthcare to business to banking to whatever I find that is news out there. And I try to keep people up to date on layoffs that are going on. But if you post one article that's from another news source, and it is against their views, they attack you hard. And it is not nice. Sometimes I hold my ground, or sometimes I just block them. I have blocked a lot of people. By the way, on Instagram, I have had to block a lot of people when I post something. Then all of a sudden, all these people who are trying to sell sex try to attach onto your posting. And you can tell who they are, because it's like, I'll give you a good example. Okay, if you see something like this, this one is called Jennifer _946_73. Another one is Ephra.im.22, and there's a whole bunch of other numbers I can't see it at the moment. Then there's another one that's Saboya74. Anytime that you see numbers after their name, and if you look at their accounts, they're trying to sell you a porn site, or they're trying to sell you some type of X-rated pictures. I have to go through my account every single day. After I've posted something, a few hours later, I have to look at my postings, and I have to block all of those people who are trying to sell porn sites. And I'm not the only one that it's happening to. It is happening to anyone who's in business or anyone who has a good following. They try to get you, and they try to absorb into your postings. So you got to block them. I have thousands and thousands of these accounts that are trying to sell porn sites, and blocking them and getting them off my site. But then they come back, same picture, different account. So I don't know what Facebook, because it happens on Facebook too. It happens on Twitter. It happens on Instagram and all the accounts associated with Instagram. All these people are trying to sell their porn sites. Or the other thing that they're trying to do is trying to sell you to get into a program so that you can buy followers. That's another thing. And the other one is foreign exchange. Now, let's say Linda _12345. That's an example, okay? She comes on and she says, "Oh, you know what? You appeared in my friends listing. I'd like to get to know you more." And you know what they're going to do? They are going to try to scam you into foreign exchange or into crypto or something else. And they usually it's the same script that they're using every single day. And it's always the same. In fact, there was a posting in Facebook the other day, and they showed the picture of this scammer that's doing crypto. But she has thousands of different accounts with the same picture. And if you go through Facebook, you can see her account posted. So she'll contact you and say, "Boy, you look like a nice person." Happens every single time. And then if you play along with it, because I already know what they're doing, is they will say, "Well, I would really like to get to know you. And what do you do?" That's the second question out of their mouth. What do you do? Because they want to know if you have money or not. I usually play along, and then I will always say, I'm a mediator, I'm a business mediator, and right now I am investigating crypto fraud. I have a lot of cases before me on crypto fraud. Zappo, they delete their account. They're gone. But that's happening. So just be aware, if you see anybody with a name and with numbers after it, and the Democratic Party is doing the same thing, they're using all these phony accounts. They have no activity in their accounts, but they attack you on everything. And so if you see anybody like that, if it's a John 12345, if you see something that's familiar like that, just block them. Just block them and put them out of business on your account, because it's disgusting and it's really, really bad. And then you get these hate things that come in. The other thing that I notice is, okay, the Democratic Party will come in and they will post things, outright lies. No one ever fact checks them. But if I put something out there that is talking about the business and it might have to do with a policy that Biden might be taking, I get fact checked. So it's a one-sided thing. So if you are over there on the Threads account, just knowing that there's a lot more bias over on that account towards the Democrat than there is towards Republicans. Republicans are always being fact-checked. But Democrats can say whatever they want and nothing ever gets done. I tell you, I don't know if Threads is really worth it being there or not, because I can't ever tell who's looking at me, what's looking at me, how many people are looking at me. I can't tell. It's just so bad. On Twitter or X, I know exactly how many impressions I'm getting. I know exactly how many people are pulling my article and reading it. I know all that data. On Threads, it's just you just throw something out there and maybe somebody will see it. Now, if it's a negative against Biden, yeah, they'll sit and they will start attacking you. Okay, so I just don't trust Threads anymore. I think that I just don't trust them. Okay, I just don't. Now, the other thing I wanted to talk about is oil prices. The price of a barrel of oil is almost at $100 per barrel. Yesterday it was at $90 a barrel, so we're $10 short of getting to that $100 mark. Now, what the big problem is diesel fuel has gone way up. I mean, we are, like here in South Carolina, we're past the $4. I think we're at $4.39 or something for diesel. Well, unfortunately, diesel is the fuel that is used to transport all of our goods, all of our food, all of everything. So when that goes up, so does the price of food, because they've got to cover those costs. Those delivery charges are expensive. So if we start seeing the price per barrel keep going up and up and up, so is the inflationary rate is going to go up also, because what is it affecting most is our food supply. We are paying much more on our food than ever before. And this is the nature of things when gas prices go up, delivery charges go up, insurance charges go up. In fact, that's one of the biggest things that Americans are going to be faced with, is the new cost or the higher cost of getting insurance for your vehicles. That's going up, and it's steadily going up. Now, can I afford this upward beat? No. I want to beat it back down to a more affordable price range for all of us. But the problem is like, as an example, Biden said that he's no longer going to allow drilling of the permits that he issued for drilling in Alaska. He's not going to let them do it anymore. So why should an oil company invest in drilling in a place where the president is going to shut you down? Well, this just raises the cost of energy even more by the president doing stupid things like this. So we have a president who doesn't care about you or I. He doesn't care that we're trying to survive. He doesn't care that we're trying to put food on our table for our families. And he just keeps doing stuff that increases the cost of our living, or the cost of our survival. So we sit here every single day not knowing exactly which direction the economy is going to go. And then you have economists coming out saying, oh, we don't see a recession coming. And then you have another economist that comes out, yes, we're going to have a recession in 2024. I mean, it's just all over the board, depending upon what to say. Now, if you take a Wall Street economist, remember what his job is to make sure that the economy looks good so that his company can continue on selling stocks and bonds. And so you have to read into these Wall Street economists, because what they're doing is trying to sell you something that isn't true. Because so far what they've said about the economy is not true. What the White House has said about the economy is not true. What Janet Yellen has said about the economy is not true. And what Wall Street economists have said about the economy have never been true, from the pandemic all the way through now. If you want to know who has the pulse on the economy, talk to your small businessman. Excuse me. Talk to the small business guy, because he has his pulse on what you and I are spending. The consumer confidence just is not there in the economy. Small business confidence is not there in the economy. But Wall Street is, because Wall Street makes money on no confidence or confidence. They still make money. They're still attaching their philosophy to your 401k plan, even though they're wrong in their predictions on the economy. That's it for today. I'm done. I'm out of here. Listen, if you want to talk to me in a confidential setting, just book me online at www.lodge-co.com. Or you can send me a business question at thebusinessadvisor at Zmail, Z as in zebra, Zmail.com. Everybody go out and have a great day. Talk with you soon. Bye-bye.